Hey, everyone. This is Coach Naira. Welcome back, and welcome back. Welcome back to the channel of Heal on Purpose and Repair of the Black Family. I am your coach. That's right, your personal coach, transformational life coach, speaker, retreat leader, author, best-selling author, spiritual advisor, and now a travel advisor. More than most, I'm just want to say here that I am here for you as well as I'm showing up for myself. We are on this 21-day challenge. Are y'all challenging yourselves to get better, to have better thinking? Are you challenging yourselves to be bigger than where you were 14 days ago? 14 episodes. I'm not going to say days. 14 episodes ago, that you know that you have been keeping up with the process and the progress, and that you know that you are making a transformation for yourself. And not just for yourself. The biggest transformation that you can have is not when you do it for yourself and you want to do it for somebody else. Okay? So somebody is watching your healing. Somebody is seeing your growth. Somebody is participating with you in your growth. So hold yourself accountable to keep going, okay? Today is all about holding yourself accountable to be, to do, and have what you desire to be, to do, and to have that's bigger than the version of yourself right now. Now, if you are new to this channel, you're new to this transformational 21-day mindset, it's okay. You can always go back and start from day one. However, being that you showed up for this video, I'm going to ask that you like the video. Okay. Not only do you like, not just, don't just like the video, excuse me. I want you to subscribe to the channel. How do you do that? It's a bell. Click the bell and subscribe to the channel. And then turn on your notifications. As soon as I upload a video, I go live or I do a post, you will be notified. Why is that so important, Coach Naira? One of the things that I do understand is that power aligns itself with power. Okay, you are a powerful person. I am a powerful person. And when we align, we create powerful situations. Okay, power means the ability to change behavior patterns and the course and direction of way things are going. So we are tapping into more power together. So you never disconnect from power. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm so super excited today because we are going a little bit deeper into this transformation. Now, if you've been rolling with this, you already know that we are on this particular book, As a Man Thinketh. You should also have your journals. Why? Because you want to write down your thoughts, you want to write down important points. And it's just good to be able to go back and reflect after these 21 episodes. In addition, I really highly encourage you that you have a highlighter. I like to highlight things. Okay, so that way, things that stand out to you, you can actually go and highlight the book. Okay, if you have the book, or you may be listening online, or just listening to me reading, you can also write it down. And if you're like me, you need your glasses. Get your glasses out. Okay, so as we are going through this process, I'm going to also ask that you make comments on the video. That actually helps the video to get more attraction so that other people can be in a transformational process with you. And then it also engages with me. I get to know who's watching the video, how I could communicate with you, and then how you can also continue to connect with me. So here we go. Are y'all ready? Today's theme is all about your mind directs your life. Your mind directs your life, right? It's about how you recognize your thoughts. Like, do you recognize when something comes up in your mind? Because our thoughts are not random. Our thoughts are not random. Every single thought that you have is a created thought. Whether that thought is from good, bad, or indifferent, it is a created thought. But do you recognize what thoughts you're creating every single day? Because your thoughts are leading you somewhere. They're either leading you to a mindset that's guiding you towards your healing, your leadership, your growth, your development, your money, yes, your finances, your relationships. Your thoughts grow you somewhere, or they grow you towards your confusions, your fears, your limitations, your stagnation. You see that? It's always the good, the bad. Your peace, your purpose, your thoughts are leading you somewhere. So the more you and I can tap into our thoughts and really notice them, then and only then we can guide ourselves. All right. But people that don't notice their thoughts and they just allow their thoughts to dictate their emotions, they allow their thoughts to dictate the moment, then we get caught up in the spider web. Mhm. Yes, indeed. You get caught up in the spider web. So you don't want to be in the web of entanglements of your own thoughts, and you have not been able, and you don't recognize where your thoughts are and how to untangle yourselves and myself from thoughts that don't serve us. Okay. Not just your thoughts from the past, but your thoughts in the present. There are some thoughts that don't serve you no more. There's some thoughts that it just don't serve you. And watch this, write this down. All thoughts are not your thoughts. That's why Jesus said, your thoughts, he says, my thoughts are from above and your thoughts are from beneath. There's some above thoughts and there's some below thoughts, but every thought is not your thought because you can pick up on other people's thought. So today, where are your thoughts leading you? Where you going in life? Where have you been? Where have your thoughts led you? And where will your thoughts lead you? And where are you now with your thoughts? And so I say this to say every day is shaping a new level of you. Every day your thought pattern is shaping your decisions, your behaviors, your emotions, and your outcomes. Look at how you are serving in the world today with yourself. How do you show up every day? And see if the way you show up, the way I show up, is it the desired outcome? And if it's not, how do I change it? Because what you don't like, you got to fix it. What you don't like, you must change it. And you're not just changing it for yourselves, you're changing it for the future generations, those that are after you, those who are around you. So you have to know how to dictate the type of thoughts that you want to have for the better version of yourself. As a man and woman thinketh, so is she, so is he. And what I've come to learn about thoughts also and your conditions in life, be willing and able to take responsibility because that which you blame shall shame you. Those who you blame control you. Okay? So don't blame anyone else for thoughts that's not serving you or that hasn't served you and has not given you the best outcome. Take responsibility. Okay? If your thoughts are constantly negative, fearful, or hopeless, your life will be moving in that direction. And science says, the National Science Foundation says 80% of our thoughts are negative. So that means 80% of your day, you got to get up and reprogram yourself. This is a part of the reprogramming. You being on this challenge is a part of you reprogramming, but it's not about the butterflies and honey and cake. It's about getting into them ugly spaces. Are you willing to get into the ugly spaces and hold yourself accountable and hold other people accountable? And in the accountability, don't lie to yourself. You got to be willing to tell yourself the ugly truth. Don't lie to yourself. And watch this. And watch this. Don't let other people lie to you. Because when you lie to yourself and you let other people lie to you, now you're participating in the lie. Don't participate in lies that is designed to destroy you. Don't participate in lies anyways. Period. Okay? So, focus thinking. That's what I want to focus on today. Creates intentional living. Focus. Remember, we talked about this in an earlier episode. Faith, focus, and follow through. We're going to talk about focus thinking creates intentional living. People who constantly direct themselves often struggles with consistency and clarity. Let me say that one more time. People who are constantly distracted by themselves often struggle with consistency and clarity because of distractions. And anytime you're doing something big in your life, anytime you want to create something new in your life, distractions will appear. But the distractions is not as big as the ones that on the outside than it is the inside. And so the more and I want you to really look up, like, get a dictionary. Stop, pause the video right now and look up the word focused and go all the way down to the derivation of the word focus. Because a focused mind creates focused actions. And so the more we have understanding of the word, because in the beginning was the word, then we get more understanding because we don't want to lean onto our own understanding. You want thorough understanding. And I find looking up words, clearing the word, actually helps me to grow, not just in my understanding, but in my behaviors, in my actions, in my results, because now I have a comprehensive understanding of myself and others and that which I desire to be, to do, and to have. So look up the word focus. Okay. What you constantly focus on will eventually expand in your life. There we go. Think big, get bigger. But where you focus your energy to, that's where your attention goes. That's where your energy flows. Okay. Focus. I'm focusing on, for me currently, you know what I'm really focusing in on for real? I'm focusing on longevity for myself. I want the quality of my life to be sustainable, enjoyable. I want my skin to look good. And focus on that. I want my weight to be good. I want my hair to look good, my nails. Like literally, I'm focusing on my health, my weight, my 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 organs. Like I'm really focused on this because I understand throughout my family bloodline. When people start getting over 50, the degeneration process, it starts very quickly. Like it becomes very rapid. I want to change the trajectory of that with myself in the next generation. So I'm focused on eating better. I'm focused on natural healing. I don't want to put my whole life in the hands of a doctor. Now, I'm not saying I'm against the doctors. Please don't get that twisted. But I want to be the doctor in my process. I want to be able to have preventive care. And so I'm doing natural things. In particular, my patches. I know I done told y'all about these patches, right? I told y'all about my patches. These patches are like my lifesavers. Okay. They like, yeah, they actually kind of small, like lifesavers, right? It's light therapy. When I found these patches, it just changed the trajectory of my life. I'm now into activating my own stem cells. Okay, if you want to know more about that, just let me know. That's a little commercial break right there. If you want to know more about how to activate your own stem cells and have longevity, have more energy, more clarity, be focused, I got you. Okay. You just have to DM me or text me and let me know. 727-623-5555. Text me stem cells. Okay. So we can talk about that. However, I'm focused on longevity. Write down right now. What are you focused on? I'm exercising more. I'm eating better. Focused. And I'm seeing the results and the rewards. And I don't just see it, other people see it. So if I can inspire you to be focused on anything, your health is your wealth. Focus on your health. Okay? All right. So let's continue on. Now, I want you to identify what have you been mentally focusing on mostly lately. I already said that. Okay, good. And is it producing healing or and stress? My focus is producing healing and eradicating stress. Okay. So you must intentionally redirect your thoughts, your negative thinking. You have to intentionally redirect your negative thinking. Because negative thoughts, they gonna come. I just told you, science said that. But you don't have to entertain them or and live with them. Meaning you don't have to dwell in that space of negativity. As a man or woman thinking, what is your vision for yourself? Scripture says, write the vision, make it plain. Focus, write down your visions. What is your vision for yourself? Because healing requires you to learn how to direct your thinking to higher grounds, how to untrain yourself from negative things and retrain yourself to healthy thoughts that would create healthy patterns intentionally. That's why it's called heal on purpose. This is intentional healing and growing to ultimately obtain, the freedom that you desire. You got to be the best you. There's a song, I'm living my best life. Yeah. I ain't going back and forth. I ain't going backwards and forth with nobody. I'm living my best life intentionally. Are you living your best life intentionally? And you're going to have some hard times in this, but it's okay. Say that. I'm going to have some hard times, but it's okay because I'm intentionally creating the life that I want. You got to see the life that you want, that you desire, and then you have to create it and be willing to embrace what comes with that. But intentionally, you direct the outcomes. And so if you could change your thinking, you could change your direction. If you could, your mind is powerful, your focus matter, your energy matter, your thoughts shape your future self daily. Every single day, you are shaping you. Every single day, you are shaping you. Say that with me. Every single day, I am shaping me. I'm shaping my money. I'm shaping my relationships. I'm shaping my business. I'm shaping my community. I am the co-creator in my realities. Me and God. I'm the co-creator. I write the story. And I have the power to rewrite my story. Said you have the power to rewrite your story with intentional focus. Some things happen to us in our stories that we didn't have any control over. We didn't have the right to or the option to choose how the story was gonna go. We was at the effect. We was a victim. But now, where you are right now in this moment, you get to write the story. You get to write a story and you get to rewrite the story. But it's on you. You got to be the storyteller of your destiny. That's leadership. Be the leader that you desire to see. Be the leader. Impact and influence situations in your life. You got that? And do it with love. Do it with self confidence. You got to trust yourself to have confidence in yourself. You got to trust yourself to have confidence in yourself. So that means some areas of your life where you made some decisions and things did not come out the way that you wanted to come out. You may have stopped trusting yourself in that area, but gain trust in you by making new decisions and have yourself to follow through on those decisions, and you will increase your trust for yourself. And that builds confidence. So you got to trust yourself to have confidence in yourself. And so I want to thank y'all so much. We're going to go ahead and get into the reading. Okay? Today is about accountability, having intentional thoughts, having focused thinking, trusting yourself, building your confidence. And here we go. Rewrite your story so you could tell a new story. Today is about telling a new story. Stop telling yourself bad stories. Create new stories. Yeah, I'm a new story, baby. Yes, you got to tell somebody. When they try to hold you in that closet that you're no longer in, because I don't have people try to hold me in closets that I been came out. You in there with the skeletons. You can stand there, but baby, let me tell you something. Here you go. You got to do it like this. I got a new story because there's a new sheriff in town. I got a new justice with myself, Cherie, sheriff. Okay, I'm a new story. Don't hold me to the old story. And if you ain't watching and reading my story or following my story, then you cannot hold me to the old story because you don't know who I am. That's what you got to tell people. First of all, have the self-talk. Get in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm a new story. I'm a new story. I'm an evolved story. I'm a bigger story. Okay. Sometimes you just got to tell yourself, I'm a big story. I'm a big deal now. Encourage yourself. Speak life over yourself. Speak life into yourself. Because you're a big deal and you a new story. That's the word for you today. You're a big deal and you are a new story. Let's go ahead and get into the reading today. I'm so super excited. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so super excited. Well, first of all, let me get my glasses. Let me get my glasses. Do you have your glasses? If you need glasses, get your glasses. If you don't, hey, power to the people. Power to the people. Okay? That's why I'm into longevity. Power to the people. Here we go. Oh, and I like my glasses. There was a time I would not put on glasses, but baby, these are cute. Do you think they're cute? I think they're cute. Okay, here we go. All right. So we are on page 64. Oh, we wrapping this down, y'all. You will become as small as your controlling desire, as great as your dominant aspiration. In the beautiful words of Stanton Kirkham Davis, you may be keeping accounts, and presently you shall walk out of the door that for as long as you seem to you the barrier of your ideas, and shall find yourself before an audience, the pen still behind your ear, the ink stains on your fingers, then and there shall you pour out the torrent of your inspiration. You may be driving sheep. You shall wander to the city. Bucolic, look that up. Bucolic. In open mouth, shall wander under the intrepid guidance of the Spirit into the studio of the Master. And after a time he shall, and I have nothing more to teach you. And now you have become the master. What? Who did so recently dream of great things while driving sheep. You shall lay down the saw and the plane to take upon yourself the regeneration of the world. The thoughtless, the ignorant, and the indolent seeing only the apparent effects of things and not the things themselves talk of luck, of fortune, and chance. Seeing a man grow rich, they say, how lucky is he? Observing another become intellectual, they exclaim, how highly favored is he? In noting the saintly character and wide influence of another, they remark, how chance aids him at every turn. They do not see the trials and failures and struggles which these men have voluntarily encountered in order to gain the experience, have no knowledge of the sacrifices they have made, of the undaunted efforts that they put forth, of faith they have exercised that they might overcome the apparently insurmountable and realize the vision of their heart. What is this saying, Coach Naira? People can look at you and see all of the glory and all of the things that you have overcome and all of the things where you were, you're not there. You ain't the worst part of the story. You becoming a better version of yourself. People will talk about you. They'll say you're lucky. They say you're fame, fortune, whatever. But they ain't willing to go through, and they don't know the depth of what you've been through to be where you are. People can't even realize that you had a vision before the story was written. Oh, I must be talking about my life. I had a vision before this story that I'm living in was even written. Well, I ain't gonna say written because God wrote it, me and God. But the vision has been in me since I've been on the planet. And I'm walking in my story. But some people look at my story and think I just arrived at this chapter. No, I was on a journey to get to this chapter. You are on a journey to get to the chapter that you're in. You've been on a journey to get to the chapter that you're going to get. And you're on another journey to go to the next chapter. But just write the chapter, okay? They do not know the darkness and the heartaches. They only see the light and joy and call it luck. Do not see the long and arduous journey, but only behold the pleasant goal and call it good fortune. Do not understand the process, but only perceive the result and call it chance. Lord, Lord. In all human affairs, Their efforts and there are results, and the strength of the effort is the measure of the result. Chance is not. Gifts, powers, and material, intellectual, and spiritual possessions are the fruits of effort. They are thought completed, objects, accomplished visions realized. The vision that you glorify in your mind, the idea that you enthrone in your heart, this you will build your life by. This you will become. You are a product of your own visions. You create the reality. You are worth your story. You are worth. You are ordained of the gifts and powers, material, intellectual, and spiritual possessions is the fruit of your efforts. It's the fruit of your labor. So, with that being said, my beautiful people, my beautiful people, make today a fruit. Harvest the fruit of your efforts. As a man or woman thinketh, so is she. You are a big deal. So continue to heal on purpose. And I'll see y'all on the next episode. I love you. Peace.